Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones 4.0. We're in a siege straight away here because we do want to wage a little bit of war, not too much, mind you, but just a little bit, against the Vale. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, we did have Dragonstone attacking us in the previous episode. However, they have now made peace, which is obviously very much expected. Rather amusingly enough, they did decide... quite funnily, the Targaryens decided, that is, to actually go across the ocean. They did go across the ocean, and then as soon as they did that, they basically decided, you know what? We're gonna leave now. And that was it. And then they made peace. Yeah, so I'm not sure how that's really going to go. I'm very much hoping that we will have a much better time of things once we have kind of, you know, taken a couple more closer fiefs. That's kind of the reason why I'm doing this to begin with. Also, I'm just getting a little bit more used to where the fire actually aims. As you can see right here, the fire is actually aiming like this, because someone very helpfully told me that the fire is actually at the feet of the model of the dragon, because obviously, you know, things need to be refined and so on and so forth, and I don't even know whether that can be changed at all. But anyway, we're just going to get off here because I want to do some damage with my sword. I do very much like using my sword quite a bit, and yeah, hopefully we will be able to achieve victory against the Vale here. Now, of course, the Vale, they're not that weak, so we're not really going to have the easiest of times here, but it is definitely going to be necessary for us to do as much damage as possible here, and hopefully we can force them to retreat. I am dealing more damage to their morale with the two-handed than I am with the dragon, I think, because every single time I kill someone with my two-handed sword, it is providing us with a 20%, I believe, isn't it? At 15 or 20%? I'm not entirely sure. Something along those lines. Deficit to their battle morale, and that is indeed making them run just that much quicker, or at least I can only hope that to be the case. There is an exit point right here as well, as you can see, so that's obviously very much easy for them to get away, but that... I just... Okay, I just got killed by my dragon. My dragon just killed me. Did you see that? My literal dragon just killed me, because you could see in the kill feed we had a no name. There was no name, no icon, no nothing, and this was the only thing near me at the time. I was not killed by a stone either, because there's no one up there. There was absolutely no one up there, so yeah, I actually... Okay. That is very funny. That, you know that you know how that is? That is literally the one of the only things that could happen to me. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, this is the thing that would happen to me. No one else has ever had that happen. I am almost 100% certain. If you've played this mod and your dragon has killed you, then by all means, let me know, because I think that's hilarious. But if you know, if they haven't, well, now you know. Now you know that they can actually inflict friendly fire to you personally. Oh, that is so funny. All right, yeah, so we don't even need to really take any of the loot here anymore. We can capture people, as you can see. We're just going to do a little bit of this. Unfortunately, people are not going to like us too much for showing some mercy here, but I kind of want to show mercy for reasons, and we're just going to make our way to the next fief. Oh yeah, by the way, someone had a nice suggestion to try to get, let me see if I can actually show you that right now. This is one of, in my opinion at least, this is one of the best policies that you can get in the entire game. And you may think, oh, why is that? Well, I mean, if you don't know, obviously loyalty is one of the most important stats, at least in my opinion, at least early on, when you are starting your own faction or you're starting to conquer other cultures. You really want to make sure that your loyalty is staying as high as possible, because otherwise you're going to have a huge amount of rebellion and things are going to go quite badly, because then your AI friends are just going to be continuously taking fiefs back from rebels. And that is generally what has been happening to me. However, you can't force through certain policies unless you have an overwhelming amount of influence or you have good relation with some of these vassals, because as far as I'm aware, if you have good relation with them, it is more likely for them to be on your side, but that could just be a bit of a theory on my part. I don't have any confirmation whether that actually works. And so, apart from that, as you can see, we have 0% support for this. I would love to be able to do it. I don't know why this never has any support. I've always forced this through whenever I am the leader of a faction. I always force it through as much as I can and as fast as I can, because as I say, it is a lifesaver, absolute lifesaver. It's a time saver as well. You're going to be able to pretty much just do whatever you want after this has been instituted. And yeah, if you see here, look at this. This guy hates me. You can see he has -54. And then everyone, basically including Daenerys, is saying no to this, which is really weird, actually. I don't know why that would be, but what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to try something out here. I'm going to spend 150 influence and agree with him to increase my relation with him just a little bit. And we're going to do that again, just so that I can potentially get him on our side. I don't know whether this is going to make any difference. It probably won't. But I just wanted to illustrate something here as well, because you, this person that suggested that I get one of these, you know, I get one of these things, either this one or this one. Forgiveness of debts is obviously, you know, much better, but here's the thing. You suggested another course of action, and that course of action was to try and force disband armies. Okay, so now here's the thing. If you force disband armies, obviously you basically force them to gather armies again, and that drains their influence, right? So yeah, obviously draining influence is a good idea, because then people are not able to oppose you or anything like that in regards to a vote such as this. However, if you've seen, they are only contributing 20 influence per vassal. So you'd have to drain them completely of all influence. And I just want to show you very quickly how much influence all of my vassals have, or all of my friends in my faction have, because it's going to take an extremely long period of time to drain them of all of that, as you can see. House Targaryen themselves, which is Daenerys, of course, she has over 13,000 influence. And Jorah obviously has almost 5,000. Some of them have, well, not much at all, like, for example, the minor factions. But everyone else has a significant amount of influence, and it's going to take a very long time to try and drain them of that. At least in my opinion, it would probably take way too long, and it would be very finicky and kind of annoying, to be honest, because if you can even make that work, then they're still going to have 20 influence. You can almost certainly bet that someone is going to have 20 influence, right? Surely. But yeah, you could see here that it's basically making no difference whatsoever for me to even try to do this, because as you can see, I don't have anyone on my side for it either, which is really, really sad, because as I say, forgiveness of debts is definitely one of the best that we can get. I could technically try to abolish this, which might be something that I could try to do. No, as you can see, that is also not working. So I'm just going to go ahead and disagree with our father-in-law, who apparently has -100 with us, because I've just been executing so many people, I guess. That might be the reason for that. Anyway, we're going to make our way on over to Pentos, but I just wanted to kind of touch upon that subject, because obviously if we're going through a bunch of war, then, you know, rebellion is definitely going to be on the cards, you know, some of the time, especially considering we are a different culture to the people we are attacking. And that obviously makes pretty significant difference in the stability of the region. Anyway, we're just going to vote for Jorah here, just get him all the way up to 100 relation. I'm actually not entirely sure what relation even does at this point, because it doesn't seem like it really affects too much. I guess if we... someone actually had the suggestion that maybe what we want to do is we want to start leveling up trade. Now, the only problem with leveling up trade, which I'm going to say it, I don't think there's a problem with leveling trade. However, I will probably have to probably have to install a mod that allows me to earn trade skill with caravans, because this is what's really funny. I'm not sure whether this is a bug or whether the Bannerlord developers have just forgotten about trade skill. But as you can see, it says how to learn, make profit from trading, operate caravans. So, you know me, I've been operating a caravan with Drin of, I don't know what his name is, but Drin of something. He's a free folk guy, and he has really good two-handed and combat skills, and he's just, you know, actually pretty impressive for what he is. And yeah, so basically, I've been operating a caravan for a significant portion of this playthrough, actually basically most of the playthrough, and I only have 43 trade skill. And that means, in my opinion, that trade skill is not being calculated appropriately in regards to caravans and in regards to their operation, which really makes me quite sad, because I would love to have that be fixed. But obviously I can just install a mod, and that is probably what I'm going to end up doing, all things considered. Because someone obviously said, hey, why don't you level up trade? And yeah, we might actually try to do that. If I can get another 5 levels, I will try to put more points into trade. But I'm not sure if I can actually get 5 levels anymore. It might very well be the case that we are just maxed out, basically. So it might just be that we do not have the ability to do that. So I'm not sure if we can really make that work. I'm going to try to kill these guys on the... Okay, that really hurt. That really hurt too much. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. I kind of want to kill these guys on the catapults here. They only had 1 catapult up by the looks of things. Okay, well that's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to go over here. I died from falling damage. Look at that. I actually took falling damage a little bit. Ah, that is sad. Anyway, let's just go over here. Try to do some damage to this fellow. Oh, he's a Valentine elite warrior. Why is he here? I have no idea. There we go. His shield's at least destroyed. Oh, I'm getting shot by archers. Not a big fan of that either. Anyway, let's just do some damage. I don't want to use the dragon too much here because, well, reasons. But generally, I don't think we need to, you see. I don't think we need to use it, and I kind of like just getting stuck in here a little bit more. And obviously, we will get an opportunity if the Vale decides to launch a large-scale army and attack us. Then, well, then we're going to have more than ample opportunity to use the dragon in those situations. Alright, here we go. Yeah, not too bad. We got some more enemies coming in, and wow, they are so shiny. They've got such shiny armor. I'm always extremely intimidated by that, because I think to myself, these guys have, you know, I mean, generally, if you see someone that has well-conditioned armor or well-crafted armor, you think, oh, that guy means business. You know what I mean? And you kind of want to steer clear of that, because otherwise you're going to be in a situation where you're out of your depth, and maybe he's just going to murder you, you know, because he's going to have such amazing skills. And it's actually funny, because obviously I'm pretty late in the game right now, you know. My character is pretty advanced as it is, but yet I still get intimidated by these guys with their shiny armor, even though I shouldn't be, you know. I really shouldn't be, because we are definitely one of the most advanced out there. We have good combat skills, we've got good gear, and it's just because it's shiny. I don't know, it's a psychological effect. It's really weird, you know. And obviously I'm not talking about it just being shiny, of course. You know, shiny is not really that doesn't really, you know, convey that it is good armor, obviously, but the psychological effect of it just being polished and good looking, high quality stuff, you know, that just imparts to me, maybe on a subconscious level, I don't even know, but it imparts to me, hey, this guy means business and he might be dangerous. That's kind of what I'm saying here. So that might also be the reason why maybe when I go into battles and I see these guys who are, all intents and purposes, probably not even going to be that strong. You know, let's face it, they're probably going to just be regular units, you know, that are, you know, tier 5, tier 6, and they might just have regular amounts of stats. They might not even have anything that is exceptional. You know, nothing might be exceptional about them, with the exception of how cool their armor looks, and that's it, you know? So you don't necessarily need to be intimidated, but for some reason, I always seem to be a little bit, you know, a little bit hesitant about dealing with them, but that's just my own problem, and I will obviously try to overcome it as we progress forward in our conquest of Essos, or shall we say, in our conquest of, you know, ridding Essos of the Vale, because as you can see, we have now taken a couple of extras prisoner here. I'm actually gonna, should I just devastate this or pillage it or something like that? What's the prosperity like? The prosperity is, okay, fine, I'm just gonna pillage it. Not a big fan of pillaging, to be honest, most of the time, but I don't want to lose any more relation with my faction, so I'm kind of being a little bit more of a compromise here, I suppose. Let's actually see what else is happening. Okay, so we could go down to Belozzo here, which I think might be the way to go. Who's this? Okay, he's going there. So he's going to that, and where's this guy? Okay, they're both going to those. So it's really nice to see that our armies are actually being quite active, you know, quite active and pretty, well, shall we say, proactive in their decision making. I am very, very pleased to see that. So let's actually go straight on over there, see what we can do, get some more cohesion. And rebels in Pentos, yeah, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. We just can't do anything about it because the rebels are just immediately going to launch an attack against us because we don't have the same culture. So that's definitely something that we should probably do something about. Maybe we should, you know, maybe we should try to, I don't know. I mean, as I say, I'd love to be able to institute those policies, but I just don't have the ability to do it. You know, they're just not going to listen to me. And if I do try to drain their influence, it's going to take too long. In my opinion, it's going to take too long, and I might not even have a surefire success on it because, as I said, most of them are just spending 20 influence anyway, as it is, even though they have an insane amount of influence right now with which to spend it on anything. They can just choose what they want to spend it on. It's absolutely free reign for them. So not sure how that's going to go, but anyway, we're just going to go over here with the dragon. Let's just see if I can maybe do a little bit of something, because I'm kind of itching for a little bit of fire breathing. There we go. Oh yeah, that is what we like to see. Very nice indeed. Let's kill quite a few of those. Then we'll just swoop down here and do a little bit more damage. Did I kill the gate already, by the way? I'm actually not entirely sure. Yes, me killing the gate. I speak about it like it's a living entity. Sorry, Mr. Gate. Good work. Hello there, sir. You're opening again today, are you? Yes, very nice. Are you using your special winch attachment? And he says no. I'm doing this all by myself with the magic of ghostly apparitional powers. Yes. What am I even talking about? I have no idea. Don't even bother. Don't even bother listening to that. Anyway, let's see. I think I'm actually fine here. I don't even know how many enemies. Whoa, we've just killed 300. All right. I don't even know how many enemies are actually in the garrison here, but I did say that we were going to use the dragon at some point, so why not use it in this one, right? Because I'm not sure if we're even going to be able to get into a battle. Seems like we are being left alone quite dramatically. We are losing quite a few of our people, actually. We've lost 74, in actual fact. What? How did we lose 74? That's weird. That's a little bit suspicious, isn't it? That's a little bit suspicious. I'm very surprised. Okay, wait a minute. Why did we lose 74? I've just been running around on my dragon. I have no idea why we would have lost so many people already. The amount of damage I can deal with this sword is absolutely dramatic, though. I love it. I love using this, especially considering we now have some pretty decent attack speed, as you can see. So I should be perfectly fine to eliminate as many enemies as I want. Unfortunately, this staircase is now preventing me from doing so. Nice little strafe around the fellow's overhead attack. That's actually something that I really love doing in tournaments, especially. Whenever you know the enemy is going to do an overhead or something, I'm going to get killed here, I assume. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. I can just hide behind here. Ha ha ha! Yes. Ah, no. Oh, dear. Nice headshot. Got him. Okay, gotta be careful here. Nope, no one else is wanting to shoot at me. Okay, very nice. Nice headshot there. You better... Oh, you absolute scoundrel. That was so incredibly... Well. That was fun. That was actually really fun. Look at him. Look at him. He's literally... He's just resting, okay? He's just resting. He's not actually dead. He's fine. But I'm very, very surprised, actually, that we are still having issues at this place. Considering I've killed 400. Over 400. Not sure what's happening with that. And we now have the ability to take over one of our other people, as you can see. Post-mortem possession. You are now controlling Pentoshi Archer. Yeah, okay. A Pentoshi Archer. Not entirely sure how we're even going to do this. I have a bad feeling that maybe we're not even going to be able to achieve victory. It feels like this is not so good. Hello. Okay, I don't even know how good these guys are. They seem pretty awful, actually. Oh, no. Don't get killed, sir. Don't get killed. Kill this guy at least. Ah, you. Okay, fine. Giscari Archer. Oh, why do I keep getting the archers all the time? You can actually choose who you take control of, but I'm obviously not. I'm obviously not doing that. Okay, come on, come on. Shoot him. Shoot him in the face. No, not in the... Oh, okay, well, whatever. That's fine. Oh, and then he misses. Of course he misses. Okay, we've got so many Giscari archers. These guys don't really feel that good to play as, to be honest. Let me actually just speed things up a little bit. I'm actually not entirely sure if we're going to even be able to achieve victory here. It feels pretty unlikely at the moment. Seems like the enemy has done a really... Ow. Okay, I got absolutely murdered right there. Yeah, it seems like the enemy has done an extremely good job. Okay, I've got these... Oh no, another one. Another Giscari Archer. Why don't they just give... Oh yeah. See, now that's exactly what's happening right now. The enemy is able to murder us extremely effectively with their catapults. And that has been the main perpetrator for the majority of our casualties by the looks of things. That's making a very, very big difference. You can see here, look at it. We've lost 311 people due to the enemy's... Oh, really? I got shot in the neck. Ow. Okay. Well, yes, by the enemy's catapults. Those are the reason why we have lost so many troops. This is where Elias died. I'm actually wondering, can I pick up his weapon? I can't. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. There's only 6 enemies remaining as it is. And just imagine if I had not, done my dragon attack. It would have been... would have been terrible. Would have been absolutely terrible. But there we go. We were able to at least take this. And that's all that I really wanted to do. And there we have it. Okay, so let me just see here. Do we want to take anyone? Yeah, we do. We want to take a couple of those. Vale Master Archers. Are they actually any good? Yeah, they don't seem that good to me, to be honest. I don't know. They are looking... these guys are looking a little bit better. I think the Pentoshi Elite Archers look a little bit better than the Vale ones, for me personally. So I'll just take a couple of those. And then we'll move on. And we will, once again, just leave the loot. We have way too much as it is. We'll just pillage it. We'll just pillage it normally. And then we'll just wait here for a little bit of time, because there is an army outside, and I don't really want to get into a battle with him right now, if I can help it. The enemy also needs a little bit of time to kind of decide on where he wants to go. Ah, we've already taken one of their towns. Wonderful. Okay, are we getting a peace agreement coming in? No, it is literally just the owner. Okay, so we can either get some relation with our father-in-law, or we can give Daenerys some additional fiefs. I guess we'll just make it so that Daenerys has something close to the front lines, so that maybe she's going to stick around a little bit more often, and then she might actually decide to defend and attack a little bit faster. That might influence her a little bit more. Anyway, this is for Jorah, potentially, or this guy. I guess I'll give it to this guy. I have no idea who he's a part of. He's got Soloris, so I think that makes the most sense, doesn't it? I think that makes a lot of sense. There we have it. Okay, so how are we doing so far? Let's take a look. Okay, obviously Pentos is under rebellion, and this is the only other place that we could potentially take. That is pretty easy. Oh, they actually took back Rios. Okay, they took back Rios really, really fast by the looks of things. That's actually kind of surprising. I wouldn't have expected them to do that. Aha, hello. It's like they know. It's like they have some spies or something like that, because they seem to be always aware of where I am and what I'm doing. But yeah, these guys are literally attempting to besiege this. Can I actually catch them? Oh, it seems like I can. Hello there, sir. Alright, well, boy, this is not going to go well for you. Oh no, this is not going to go well for him at all. But apparently he's got some unfounded I was about to say unfounded confidence, but this is actually one of my favorite maps. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite maps. Okay. Oh, I really, you know what? I really wish, should I just play this normally? I don't know whether I should play this normally, or should I just, I don't know, maybe we should play it normally? It very much depends on what the opponent wants to do. If they want to run away, I'm just going to fly over there. I'm not actually going to, oh wait, there are 2 bridges. Ah, okay. Usually these ones mostly only have 1 bridge, but this reminds me of such a, you know, this reminds me of one of the, what is it now? Reminds me of Supreme Commander 2. Yeah, it reminds me of Supreme Commander 2. I know that seems like such a weird reference to make right now, but it does. And the main reason why it reminds me of that is because whenever you play like one of the more balanced maps in Supreme Commander 2, or even in any of the Supreme Commander games, you've got these wonderful situations where you can create choke points, and these bridges are natural choke points. And you can make so much happen with these. And the amount of times that I've been playing, or that I had been playing, because I've played it many, many years ago, but Supreme Commander 2 used to be one of my favorite games because you can just, just jump into a skirmish or whatever as your favorite faction, build up a base, have some fun for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, maybe even longer if you, play against a harder AI or whatever. And then you're out of there, and then that's done. But then you get to see some really cool stuff. You can spec into artillery, and the shields and everything can have their very own, inter-skirmish battles and so on and so forth. Because obviously, if you have artillery, then the opponent is of course going to be building shields and vice versa, and you need to make sure that you're as protected as possible. And it's just, this map reminds me of something like that because of the strategic options that you are awarded just merely by doing that, just merely by being in there. I think one of my favorite maps from Supreme Commander 2 at the very least was this thing, what was it called again now? It was like a desert map with 4 spawn points. I can't remember what it was called, but it was so incredibly fun because it was a smallish map, but as I said, had 4 spawn points, so generally you could play 2 versus 2, and you could literally build artillery from your base, basically from your base, and you could hit the opponent's outlying outposts and stuff like that all the way from your base. And eventually there'd be this crazy kind of crossover where you would just immediately have almost killed myself. You would just immediately have the enemy having massive amounts of artillery, you having a lot of artillery, and just having a whale of a time. And it was so incredibly fun. But yeah, anyway, enough talking about some random game that you don't care about at all, I assume, anyway. But yes, I personally really love that game. But whatever the case, this is the reason why I love this map, because it just provides you with so many strategic opportunities because of these bridges. Because as you see here, look at the enemy infantry. They are just completely left behind. They're completely left behind. The enemy is now cut off from their cavalry, as you can see, and we are just absolutely obliterating them because they haven't put them in position. Oh no, actually, these are their archers. Okay, where are their cavalry then? I mean, where are their infantry? Because let me just get on this horse. Oh no, come on. Oh, I can't get on this horse. Are you serious? Okay, apparently I couldn't get on the horse for some reason. Oh yeah, it's because I have to press L. Oh yeah, see, I forgot again. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can press L on this horse. There we go. Can't access clan. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. Alright, so yeah. Now we're cooking. Oh yeah, now we can do some damage. Let me actually get out my polearm here. I feel like the polearm is probably a little bit easier to use than the two-handed sword. Or, maybe not. Maybe not. That's such a wonderful classic, is it not? Yes, that is such a wonderful classic. It is literally just like me to go, oh yes, I think it's a lot easier to use a polearm in this situation. And then switches to the polearm, charges in, boom, in the face, polearm, you know, thrust. And that is indeed it. Yeah, that's a surefire classic right there. Oh well, never mind. It's not that big a deal, as I say. You know, generally we're going to be able to achieve victory no matter what. But these kinds of moments are always quite funny to me, because obviously it doesn't really require me to be alive. We've killed 100 units ourselves, basically, almost. And Soren is actually attempting to use her fire breath there, killing absolutely 0 people. Gotta say, I'm a little bit... there we go. Now she's actually killing... Whoa, she killed a bunch. She actually killed a huge amount there. Very nice to see that. And yeah, we're basically done with this fight as well. And that is now going to prevent one of their retaliatory armies from recapturing some of their fiefs, which is indeed going to now make it much more secure. And hopefully we'll then be able to move on to one of the nearby fiefs that have been retaken and actually take those back super easily. That's kind of my hope, at least, because if we can do that, then we will have rid ESSOS of the Vale presence, and then I should have a much easier time of launching attacks against Dragonstone or anyone else that we want to attack. Of course, for me personally, I think it's probably a good idea that we actually continue to attack, attack Dragonstone. But of course, as I said, they made peace relatively easily, so we're going to have to make pretty fast decisions. That's all I can say. Just pretty fast decision making, and try to take things really quickly whenever we do. And that's going to make a much bigger difference than just going in there not really knowing what we want to accomplish. So that's kind of what we've got to look out for next time we do that. Anyway, there we go. We're going to take some things. I do have to provide some of these troops to my own forces, and I did take the loot now for some reason. I don't know why I took the loot. Oh well, never mind. It's just a reflex. And hopefully my medic skill is going to come in handy to boost me up from 1% to 30% HP. Very nice indeed. And oh, look at that. It seems like someone is already doing the siege over there, which is very nice indeed. Now, I can only hope that we're going to be taking Rios and the other things as well, and that none of the vassals from the Vale want to travel all the way down into the south of Essos. We can only hope that to be the case. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.